The witness, the malefactor of our first collapse, is at our doorstep. Once thought to be a force known as the Darkness, the witness revealed itself to be an entity that instead wields the darkness against us. It spoke through our ghosts and offered us salvation if we submitted to it. We refused. Though we do not know its true intentions, we can only assume it seeks to finish what it started during our collapse. Our resolve was tested when Savathun, Hive Goddess of Trickery, disguised herself as one of our foremost guardians, Osiris. She gained access to our secrets, but in turn, Osiris gained access to hers. Savathun had rebelled against the witness and hid what might be our only chance of defeating it away on the planet Neptune. Now, former Cabal Emperor Callus and his loyalist warships have joined the witness's advance on Earth. But we found an unexpected ally in Callus's daughter, Empress Keitel, and Mithrax, the Elixni leader of the House of Light. Together, we have united against our common enemy. In an unprecedented move, the Traveler left Earth to confront the witness head-on. This conflict was set in motion long before we existed, but we will bring it to an end, one way or another.
There are too many of them!
They're everywhere!
Vanguard to all units. Keep the enemy away from the Traveler, at all cost.
Whatever that thing is, we gotta take it down.
They found the veil.
We're in no position to engage the enemy.
We don't have a choice. We're out of time.
Osiris. Don't die.
Guardian, help Osiris reach the Veil before Callus does. And please, stay close to him. He doesn't have any life to spare.
I'm checking our location. We've hitched a ride to the Outer Giants, Neptune orbit. Osiris was right. The Witness sent Callus after something hidden here.
Guardian. I did not anticipate a fellow stowaway. Callus is after an artifact on Neptune, the Veil. I'm working on a plan to stop him. For now, find your way through that ship.
That pyramid resonance is shielding the Cabal. Another weapon from the Witness.
My faithful Shadow Legion, this is your glorious Emperor speaking. Our alliance with the Witness bears such delectable fruits. Together, we will devour soul.
Stay vigilant. With the Witness's backing, they could throw anything at us.
Forward, fleet. Prepare for descent. Bring glory to the Herald of the Witness.
The Shadow Legion is one step ahead of us. Any damage we can inflict on the Cabal fleet will buy us time.
We should regroup as soon as possible. But maybe we can disable the ship's computer core.
I've located the terminal here and sent you their ship layouts.
Just received it. Locating now. Got it. We're not far from the core. We need a way in there. That Cabal had a keycard. It should get us through that door. I can't help but feel like we should have stayed behind to protect the Traveler and our people. Was it the right choice to follow Osiris?
If the Witness establishes a link with the Veil, it'll be over for the entire system. All of our losses would have been for naught. We have never faced a threat of this magnitude. Even if you stayed, you wouldn't have stood a chance against the Witness. None of us would. This is our only hope to survive the Witness.
What was that?
The fruits of an unholy alliance between the Witness and Callus. I fear they'll have more surprises in store.
This keycard lets us access the computer core. Let's head there now. This is the core for the entire ship. Communications, navigation, deployment.
I'm relaying my position to you. Make your way to this ship.
We need some way to get to the surface.
I believe I have a method to accomplish that.
Did I detect a bit of hesitation in your voice?
No. My impromptu stratagems have a high rate of success. Just get here quickly.
Look, down there. Callus's flagship. He's heading right for the surface.
Oh, is that you, my tenacious little guardian? What do you think of my Shadow Legion? Revel in these hollow victories. I want you in the best of spirits.
We have to get to Osiris quick. He's used to getting things done his own way. Seems like he hasn't changed, even after... Now he only has us to watch his back. Hopefully he hasn't gone off the deep end.
Okay, here's the plan. Destroy the engine.
Of this ship, the one we're on.
Crazy or not, we need to stop this invasion. I'll do whatever it takes to stop the witness. So if you aren't going to help me, then leave me alone.
Let's take out the engine. Blown up the engines. Ship's losing altitude.
Rendezvous at the escape pods. Post haste.
Just between us, I'm not a big fan of Osiris's escape pod plan. Even for him, this is pretty touch and go.
I'm almost at the escape pods. Where are you?
We're being sealed off. Have to find another way.
Hurry up!
Are those things safe?
Can't be that.
Here goes nothing. This is Neptune? There's a whole city here. An entire civilization. I've got a ping on Osiris's coordinates. Let's find him.
You on the road. Identify yourself. Are you with the invaders?
We're guardians from the last city.
Light bearers.
We're fighting the same enemy. We're here to find something called the Veil.
Nimbus and I are a little pinned down right now, but we'll be there soon. Stay frosty, Terrans. Where are these ugly things coming from? There's no end to them.
We always thought we were the last ones left. Wait until the Vanguard hears about this. No time for that now. If we don't stop the Shadow Legion, there won't be any city left.
Guardian, I'm up here. I think the Cabal know I'm here. Hello? What's going on out there?
Osiris, I'm detecting an anomaly on my sensors. We'll check it out while the coast is clear.
Understood. I'll patiently note that it is quite confined in here.
This energy source, this is incredible. You can wield it.
I could use a hand over here.
this much power. Your vital signs are in the red.
Welcome to Neomuna.
On your thing!
Hey, I had that one.
You work fast.
We don't like to waste time.
Oh, good. There isn't a moment to lose.
We regroup at the watchtower.
You don't understand. We've got to get to the Veil.
I understand what's at stake, Lightbearer. Far better than you. Not all of us have lives to spare. Delicious power. I should be grateful that such power has come to live in me. This calls for a toast, does it not? My witness. Progress. The veil is before us. It's still outside your grasp. My forces are locating it as we speak. The Neptunians won't pose much of a threat with their tawdry technology.
The final shape awaits. The veil is but the next step. You have all you wanted, Emperor.
I am glorious! Thanks to you, my witness. Find the veil so I can move on from this drudgery!
So, you're the Lightbearer. Huh. Look, I'm not gonna claim my mind's eye is anything special. But you hear Earth's immortal warlords growing up and you think like round shields and bushy eyebrows. And here you come, zipping around smacking bad guys with green stringy stuff. I mean, that was... I've never seen anything like it. Anyways, enough about you. I'm Nimbus. I'm the rookie Cloud Strider here in Neomuna. The Cloud Striders have kept this city safe for generations. Sans Guardians. It seems like we got lots of similar goals. Or at least, similar enemies. Rohan asked me to be your guiding light for the time being. I'd do pretty much anything to keep the Veil and the people of Neomuna safe. But when I took my oath, I didn't think I'd be babysitting. Well, then again, mind's eye, not great. Now, you know the Veil's in danger. I know where those big guys are headed. So let's go do some hero stuff.
My vision was true. Even after years of speculation, no one guessed the Ishtar Collective made it here, let alone build a city we couldn't find. As for Callus, his grip on the city remains strong, but it appears these Cloud Striders are keeping him at bay. For the time being, at least. His pursuit of this object, the Veil, is of dire importance. If he gets to it first, urgency is key, Guardian. We cannot fail.
You Earthlings know how to make an entrance, don't you? I'm Rohan, Cloud Strider, protector of the city of Neomuna. Welcome to Neptune, Lightbearer. Never thought I'd say that. I always figured if Lightbearers came here, I'd be fighting them off. Lucky for both of us, we're on the same side. In any case, I hope we can find common ground. Or at least common enemies.
With Neomuna Civil News, I'm Jisoo Colorando. Accounts across the city indicate the conflict between the Earth Warlords and the invading Cabal Empire has advanced to our fair city. The Vex have taken advantage of the chaos to encroach on the Western Front, transforming our plazas into an active war zone. All citizens are promoted to active defense duties effective immediately. Repeat, all citizens are promoted to active defense duties. Stay tuned to Neomuna Civil News for updates.
You heard Osiris. We need to get to the Veil before Callus and his Shadow Legion. Let's get in the city. I'll open a radio channel with Nimbus. This city is impressive.
That's Neomuna for you. You should see it in the Cloud Arc.
Cloud Arc?
It's where all of Neomuna's citizens live virtually. I keep the city and their slumbering bodies safe.
We shouldn't get distracted. Securing the Veil before Callus is the most important task. Do not delay.
Looks like all the commotion made the Vex crawl out of their pesky little hidey holes around the city.
That's the least of our concerns right now. Push forward, Guardian.
Well, tiny problem on top of that. Seems like the Shadow Legion put up a couple of barriers between you and your goal. I managed to ping a keycard using the city's tech that might work with the barrier. I'll keep looking around for more, but you can start there.
One down. How many more do we need, Nimbus?
I'm tracking down the last few as we speak, and... Actually, it looks like they're on their way to you, Lightbearer.
The Shadow Legion really did a number on this data. So much of it is corrupted.
That's different than the Vex corruption attempts I'm used to. Let's find ourselves a workaround.
So long as we don't waste any more time. Callus's forces are occupying enough of your city.
Seems like your little friend drew some unwanted attention.
The Shadow Legion's pyramid tech is more complex than I thought. Keep them off of me while I override this.
Here, let me just take a quick look.
I got it.
It's no big deal, it's a complex system.
I'm fine. I just feel a little off.
We'd be lucky if the Witness doesn't have the Veil in its possession already.
Are you always this much fun?
Fun is not my concern right now.
With the amount of power the Veil has, I think it can hold its own a little longer. You're a hop, skip, and a couple rooftops away from the Veil, Lightbearer.
The closer we get, the more I feel strange. Something is wrong. I feel drained. Some of our powers are gone. What is this device?
It appears to be some sort of paracausal disruptor. I shall research it more to find the weakness. But for now, carry on.
Our powers are still being blocked by this energy. Hopefully Osiris can find a way to destroy these things. For now, let's take this guy down the old-fashioned way. That's a lot of Shadow Legion.
We're too late. They've got the Veil.
Guardian, I don't... This doesn't feel right.
The Veil?
It's worse than before. Much worse.
My witness.
Progress.
We have captured the Veil. Well, the area around the Veil. It is entombed, so it will take some time to break through and link the relay. Add to that the enemy presence.
Yes. We know they are here. A few of Soul's protectors cannot prevent fate. You will link the radio mast and see the Veil destroyed. The final shape rests upon it.
Indeed, my witness.
That was familiar. Only much stronger this time. I feel sick. Like I shouldn't be here.
We're in this together. Osiris and Nimbus need to hear about this.
So far, this city is more advanced than I could have ever anticipated. This cloud arc they've constructed fascinates me. It appears to function with the assistance of the Veil somehow. To willingly give up control of your physical body. It's an intriguing concept to exist primarily in a virtual space.
Nimbus gave me their report about your attempt to reach our Veil. Don't let it get you down. This is a marathon, not a sprint. I've been a Cloud Strider for almost 10 years. When our decade's up, we die. Our bodies can't handle so much augmentation. I took on this mantle to protect the people of Neomuna, knowing it would kill me. I've only got one life to give, and it's almost up. I need to take care of the Shadow Legion for Nimbus, lighten the load. I still have much to teach them. They aren't ready. Not yet. But sometimes, they're the one teaching me. A lesson I think Osiris could stand to learn. Look after him. He needs it.
So, the Veil's safe, for now. I don't have an Earth Warlord translation for this, so stick with me. If Callus uses whatever that radial thingy is and somehow destroys the Veil, well, it's tied directly to our Cloud Arc and literally all Neomuni. I don't think you need a Warlord translation for why that's bad. From the sound of it, your buddy there, Osiris, wants to go in guns a-blazing, which, hey, I fully support. But the old man, the other old man, my old man, not literally, but, you know. Between you and me, he isn't sure it's the right call, but don't worry though. I reminded him you Guardians are the experts here. You've been dealing with this whole witness thing a lot longer than we have. It's okay if we lean back and try a little trust fall. Well, if you drop us, it might be my funeral, but whatever, it'll be fun.
Oh, you're that Earth person, yeah? I'm Archivist Quinn Ligari, and I know this city. I also know how to make the city work against these goons. But with all this jamming, I need someone near the physical systems I can piggyback off. All you gotta do is not die.
Hey, I've heard about you. You've been all over. Wow. Okay, my name's Sam Mulaney. I'm pitching in like everyone else during this time. I'm coordinating rapid responses to enemy movements. Could you help me out a bit?
So you're the maverick warlord I've been hearing about. I'm Administrator Tsei Chinyi. You can call me Administrator Tsei or ma'am. I have vital intelligence on targets of strategic importance, if you're of a mind to put those weapons of yours to constructive use. I hardly think you can do worse to Neomuna than has already been done.
So, you're one of them Earth light wielders, yeah? I'm Maintenance Chief Vagny de Sydney. Call me Sid. My crews keep this city running. Or we do when it's not filled with space rhinos. So...
Ready to take on some baddies?
Lightbearer, you have a dangerous mission ahead of you. Storming Callus's stronghold won't be easy. Normally I'd have more intel before a direct attack.
The Guardian has faced the unknown and prevailed every time. They are equal to the task. The radial mast is somewhere in Callus's ship. If you strike swiftly, we can remove it as a threat before it ever reaches the Veil. Enter Callus's fortress, find the radial mast, and destroy it.
Oh, they're rolling out the red carpet for us.
Be confident. Callus is smart. He'll have his most powerful forces guarding the radial mast.
Some kind of energy lock. Disrupting the circuit should open the door. There's something strange here, too. A powerful concentration of light energy?
Something's not right here.
Wait. A source of paracausal energy. It could be the radial mast.
The Shadow Legion have the corridor locked down tight. Even if we could fight through, they'd have enough time to secure the radial mast.
There must be more than one path to the radial mast. Stand by. I'll send you all the sensor scans we have.
You want them to take an indirect route? We can ill afford to waste time.
I'm working with less data than I'd like, but I've mapped out an alternate route through the ship. One with fewer cannons pointed at it.
If this is what you think is best, then.
Guardian, do you see that? It's more of that strange darkness energy. What is it doing here? Looks like a dead end. Hang on, I'll reroute us.
You're losing valuable time. This is exactly what I was concerned about.
Callus has an entire room dedicated to a giant gold statue of himself. Talk about gaudy. The Shadow Legion must use this grav lift to move equipment and troops across the ship. It should take us deeper in. I still can't believe my sensors. Could the radial mast really be a light artifact?
There's still a great deal we don't know. What is the radial mast capable of? How will it affect the Veil? And what is the Witness planning?
All very good questions, but ones that can wait until we've destroyed the radial mast. And saved your city.
I know what's at stake here, Osiris.
Shadow Legion are ready for a siege already. Just look at all these ships.
Callus is ready to annihilate this city. If those ships reach the cryopods, casualties would be devastating.
Hey, I think we could help with that. Overloading those energy conduits should do the trick. Are you handling extremely volatile energy? Again?
Again? How often does this happen?
Too often. Ha! Take that! Rohan, you've got fewer ships to worry about now.
An improvised distraction. But an effective one.
And the people of Neomuna will be safer. At least for now.
Tormentor, up high!
Are you at the radial mast yet?
No, but we're getting closer. I can sense it.
Good, good. They haven't moved it yet. There's still some time. Focus on the path ahead of you, Guardian. You're almost there.
It's strange. I thought as we got further in, we'd see more of the old Callus. But this... How much has the Witness changed him? Osiris has been struggling. But I don't know what we can do to help. If we can do anything. If my angles are right, this grav lift is a straight shot to the radial mast. We're almost there.
You have overcome every obstacle so far, Guardian. Do not falter now.
Just look at this place. All these Shadow Legion soldiers. There's a whole army in here.
An army, ready to march on Neomuna. Callus won't leave a single wall or citizen standing.
That won't come to pass. As long as we stop him in time.
Something's wrong. The door just opened for us.
I have a bad feeling. Be vigilant.
That monument must be the radial mast. There's no mistaking it. That's light energy radiating from it. Oh, no.
Guardian, welcome! So good of you to be tonight's entertainment. Come, show me your famed strength. Let us reach the heights of glorious combat together.
Ignore Callus's bloviating. This is your chance. Destroy the radial mast.
So you've come for this meager trinket. It is the very means of the Witness's gift. A mere glimpse of the power it can bestow. Even the best contender's performance grows insipid without a worthy opponent. Wouldn't you agree? You understand power? Come and show me all you have learned.
The radial mast is too well shielded. We can't even scratch it. But maybe we can overload those energy conduits. Another darkness anomaly. Where did it come from? Guardian? Guardian! No, not now.
Now you will see true power. What could have been yours, if only you had accepted my generous offer. You cannot escape fated oblivion. Embrace your
getting a transmission. It's, a set of coordinates inside this arena?
Is this the extent of your strength? Is this all the Traveler's chosen guardians can muster?
Guardian, your recklessness will be the end of you one day. But not today.
Kite! Daughter! Traitor! Have you come to disappoint me one last time?
We'll, just show ourselves out.
Is it done? Have you destroyed the radial mast?
We can't. The whole ship is coming down on top of us. We have to go.
We were too late once already. And Callus was able to secure the veil. Now the radial mast?
Headlong and empty-handed, Osiris. If you fight the river, it'll sweep you away.
We made it.
Don't be fooled by his act. The Callus you face is no almighty emperor, but something far more dangerous. A hungry, desperate beast. Once the Cabal Empire and all its bounty was his to command, and his to consume. Joy was his purpose, and his strength, he said. To angst over edicts and enemies was weakness. But I could see in his eyes dread that his pleasures would soon come to an end, clouding his sight from an incoming coup. I should have killed him then, but I thought exile more fitting. I thought he'd shrivel to nothing in the void of space. Instead, he caught a glimpse of something more. The chance to become greater than he'd ever been. Like a war beast after a blood scent, he chased that chance, abandoning all honor, reason. There was nothing he would not sacrifice for his own salvation. And when the witness came to him at last, Callus faced what he had run from all along. If we don't stop him, he'll make sure it's the end for us all.
Empress Keidel's forces will help push back Callus's advances.
We've done nothing but waste time!
I understand. But I cannot lose you again in your eagerness to fight. It is not the same as before.
I am contemplating your most recent outburst with Strand to see if there are opportunities for improvement.
It was out of control. We did the best we could.
We need to do better! We don't know what Callus and the Witness want, but if it will have an effect on us all. I can't allow that to happen. I must ponder more on these strands. You should consult with the Cloudstriders to consider what our next steps could be.
Osiris.
I'm fine, Ghost. I'll be fine. Go on.
Hey, I have a message here from your Vanguard's Commander Zavala asking about you.
He's probably attempting to check in on my physical and psychological status.
You do that kind of thing often?
He and Saint and Ikora are concerned for my safety. As if no longer carrying the light as I did has transformed me instantly
into a fragile elder.
Sounds like they care about you, old bird. It's sure rough to be stuck with supportive friends, huh?
I imagine from your perspective, I must seem terribly ungrateful.
You know, when I first got the full set of mods, I was making friends with the ground every 5 minutes. Takes a second to find your balance sometimes.
So it does. I appreciate the reminder.
These are precarious times. I came to see an end to Callus once and for all. But, and I say this with considerable restraint, we are not ready. I've witnessed a great many patriarch of the Cabal Empire poisoned by obsession. Gaul with the light, Callus with the darkness. I worry for Osiris. Recklessness can manifest into obsession. He must rein in his tempestuousness to hope to defeat Callus. So in war, the way is to avoid what is strong and strike at what is weak.
That Kaido. Oof. She's something else, huh? Well, look, I was rooting for us. Really, I was. There's no greater joy for me than doing something Rohan would call incredibly reckless. He'll shake his head and say his little catchphrase. Nimbus, headlong and empty-handed. I'm sure you heard it. It's shorthand for, hey kid, stop trying to do it all yourself. We're partners for a reason. And if I screw up and things go south, well, we'll fix them together. The Cloud Arc is still vulnerable. If we can cycle the power, a hard reset like that should kick things back into gear. It's just, this hard reset is deep in Vex territory, and that's where you come in. Osiris and Rohan can go process their differences over some fermented tea or whatever. We're off to go protect the people of Neomuna. So, going directly after Callus kind of blew up in our faces.
We need to be looking at the bigger picture. We want to protect the Veil. We first and foremost need to protect the Cloud Arc.
Rohan, I think we're still a little fuzzy here. What exactly is the Cloud Arc?
It's our city's network, our infrastructure, our people, our defenses. Everything depends on it.
And what we're doing now is stopping the Vex from siphoning energy from the Cloud Arc's reactor. We do that, the Veil's safe, the Neomuni are safe. Bang, bang, boom. Targaretas on Rohan.
Make your way to the Cloud Arc reactor. We'll head to the central power junction. Once you cycle the system, we'll be able to return power to the reactor.
We're on it. Just so we're clear, if the Cloud Arc is lost, what does that mean for the Neomuni?
All our citizens have uploaded their consciousness into the Cloud Arc. No Cloud Arc means lights out for everyone in Neomuna.
Ah, so it's bad. Got it. That's another one of those pockets of darkness energy. Should we get a closer look? Hey, it worked that time! Why did it work that time? Huh. It's like you're pulling on some kind of invisible ropes. I'm detecting those sources as a concentration of energy coming from a common source. It's got to be the Veil. Like some sort of magnetic field all around Neomuna. Let's keep an eye out for more of those.
Guardian, I'm almost at the central power junction. Ready to blast this power back to the Cloud Arc once you've cycled the system.
Hold on. These Vex are short-circuiting voluntarily. Ah, okay. You'll have to clean up those Vex complexes before heading to the reactor.
We haven't observed this kind of behavior before. Hope you're taking notes, Nimbus.
On the headless robot dance? Yeah, I've seen it before. It's gotta be a way for them to create a gateway to the Cloud Arc. Or express themselves emotionally. I don't know who could say, honestly.
This station's power output is unbelievable. Earth was decades away from technology like this, even during the Golden Age.
The Cloud Arc needs a lot of juice. Like we said earlier, it supports all the Neomuni, the city's defenses, and also the Veil's defenses. Once we get that power, we'll have all the backup we need to take back the Veil from Callus.
That's good. We're going to need all the help we can get. It's escaping. Wait, why did it leave?
Weird. Something's off. Keep going, but keep an eye out. I'm in place, and I can see you're coming up to the reactor. Stop the Vex from siphoning the station and we're golden.
Does it? How's it looking, Rohan?
Something's still siphoning power. Look around for any remaining Vex influence.
That's it!
Power cycling. Once it's back on, it'll be running the Cloud Arc.
Something feels off here. That was a little too easy.
What do you say we expedite that exit, folks? I got Shadow Legion on my tail.
What? What are they doing here?
Well, considering I'm getting shot at, I'd say it's for us. Get out of there, Guardian. It's a trap.
Never get yourself out of there.
Okay, and that's a bomb.
Mapping an escape route.
I think I'm in the clear, but man, it's rough out there. Guardian?
Still in the rough part. More of those paracausal strands. They're probably the best chance we've got to get out of here. Guardian, I'm detecting bombs. A lot of bombs. The Shadow Legion are trying to lock us in. Remapping the escape route.
Warning! Get out of there now!
Okay, we need to get out of here fast. I found a way out. We're going up. Left. Keep going up. Up. Now right.
You have there, in the right context.
In the right context? Don't listen to him, Guardian. He's just grumpy that he didn't find it first.
Power's returning to the Cloud Arc. Great work, everyone. That's what I call a well-earned win.
A paracausal superposition? Like magnetic poles.
You've been busy. Well?
For so long, we saw dark and light as antagonists. We believed we were the champions of the good because we wielded the light. If these are not moral forces, if they are not opposites, what are they? At its root, the Traveler is a terraformer, a gardener. It generates natural life, physical transformation at a molecular scale across whole planets. This should have been our first hint. The domain of the light is the domain of the physical. Darkness then is revealed in many facets. Dreams and nightmares, emotions, pain, memory. The nature of Strand confirms this line of thinking. Darkness is something entirely apart from light. A paracausal union, conjoining intangible conscious realities, discursively linking to...
You're talking about the River of Souls.
River?
Yeah, it's a story we tell kids on Neptune.
A nursery rhyme.
Sort of. Since before history, there's been this raging river. In the story, some try to divert the river, others try to build a dam, but nothing stops it. Lots of people have believed that we either sink in the water or learn to swim.
Don't we?
See, that's the real wild part. We are the river.
And empowered by it, it would seem.
You know, I think I know of a place where we can find some of that power.
Upon first glance, this new power appears unstable and chaotic. But I wonder if that's based on our approach. Too much, too fast. These puka creatures are curious ones. They appear semi-organic, but Nimbus claims they're a form of artificial intelligence. A fascinating, albeit odd, being nonetheless. Their attraction to this paracausal power seems instinctual. They flow in and around it effortlessly, and very clingy.
When I first realized you were from Earth, I remembered the stories. Immortal light-bearing warriors chosen by the Traveler, like figures out of myth. But what do myths care about ordinary people? I imagined warlords conquering Neomuna, gods crushing us underfoot. I was wrong. Now when I see you, I see a comrade in arms. Someone who will stand with me to defend Neomuna and its people. I see a guardian.
To all the Cabal who still follow the Empress Keitel, stand aside before your Emperor. Whether you lay down your arms or join with my Legion, you will have all the freedom of the stars until the last. Those who persist should ask yourselves, why do you follow a cautious Empress who has turned her back on bravery and grandeur? Even when Cabal must fight, there should be magnificence. There should be glory, not timidity, not this cowardice. Look how your Empress has fled from battle, relying on these humans for strength. I may once have been deposed, but I remember how to be Cabal.
We should probably see if Nimbus can disable that radio frequency.
I'm Jisoo Colorando, reporting for Neomuna Civil News. Cloud Strider Nimbus reports that recent cloud arc fluctuations are the result of new security measures to guard against intrusions. The Cloud Strider credits the Earth's Guardians for contributing personnel toward the dangerous operation. Despite this, more citizens have experienced nightmares. One name common to all, Nezarek.
I talked with Osiris. You know, he gives off uptight museum volunteer vibes, but he's a nice guy when you catch him one-on-one. He got me thinking, which is a compliment I can give very few people. There's a place nearby you two might find useful for your Strand stuff. I'll get you the coordinates. Speaking of compliments, you never fail to amaze me, you know that? Everything that's come at us, you're just like, bam, pew, pew, ow. And suddenly whatever's coming at us ain't coming at us anymore. And you just keep doing it, like it's nothing. Wow. The first time Rohan told me I did a good job, I'd given up hoping for it, and by the time I got it, I didn't need it. In hindsight, I think he did that on purpose, but whatever. I promised myself I'd do it different when I took over. The old man might think compliments go straight to your head. But if that helps you Strandify and us take down Callus, by all means, let it go to your head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
So, Nimbus, want to fill us in on where we're headed?
There's this place where Cloud Striders go. A place to be alone, meditate, pray. If the old bird's theory holds up, should be a megasource to strand there.
Let's hope it's larger than the ones you've seen thus far.
You can see them? Wait a minute. Hang on. So you've got resurrection, speed jumps, and the ability to witness sitting in the fabric of existence. Who I gotta kill to get one of those ghosts?
If Strand is another side of the darkness, how come we've never encountered these sources before?
The old bird thinks it's like a stink cloud the veil leaves behind.
I said it's a similar type of byproduct. To use a different analogy, if we are all part of this river of souls, how do we direct the river's current?
I said we are the river. You don't direct anything. You just flow.
There, another Strand source.
Well, what are you waiting for? Let's begin.
Effects are swarming.
Let's see how quickly you can dismantle them.
Effects block the path. Guess they want this Strand source for themselves.
Core. The Vex could learn much from a power originating in linked consciousness.
We may need a breather.
Now is the time to lean into using Strand, not back away from it. You can't effectively train if you don't push past your limits.
Just don't burn yourself out. This is only one battle. We've got a whole war to fight.
A war we cannot win without this power well in hand.
Right, this part. Forgot you don't have a skyboard. Well, but don't worry, you can still get to the place. Just have to find a way around. All that swinging around, that is... Wow, that is really something.
Ah, yes. How could Callus possibly overcome your rope swing?
This is the place.
Whoa, this is... wow.
Good. Now the true training can begin.
Hitting a wall with Strand. After effects are stacking up.
I don't understand. You've got more power, more practice. Hasn't this done anything to condition you?
Back in action.
Hit them again. Hold nothing back. Get up, Guardian. Now is not the time to slow down.
I don't think you know what you're asking, Osiris.
Guardian, listen. Don't strain for the energy. Drop the effort and just let it flow through you. Now that's how you send the Vex pack in. Nicely done.
Yes. That was a challenging fight, but you pulled through. Still, we cannot afford any faltering when facing Callus. We should be able to wield Strand without strain. We're still missing something, but what? I must think. We can discuss this more later.
What is this attraction? Sagira, could you run some scans? Oh. Right.
Am I interrupting?
Rohan, I've been pondering the Veil's paracausal effects on ghosts. I know I haven't been the easiest guest in your city.
Pain is not a hindrance. It simply reminds us we're still breathing. Still fighting. They're going to attempt a leap. We have to stop them.
Callus encroaches upon the Veil. The activation of the radial mast is imminent.
The Veil is compromised. The Imuna will fall. Then all of Sol will follow.
Strand will be our edge against Callus. The Guardian is ready to wield it. I think.
Rohan and I are with you. This is our city. The Shadow Legion are honorless cowards. They shall share Callus's grave.
That suppression field again. We can't use all of our power.
Go closer to it. I have a hypothesis. That device is of pyramid origin, built to suppress our powers, our known powers. Callus is not prepared for Strand. Use it to overcome their suppression field.
Scanning the area for Strand now. Your Strand readings are higher than they've ever been.
Your training's prepared you for this. Strand flows through you as it flows through everything.
Hey, Guardian. I got my hands on some schematics for Terran toys. Thought I'd put the replicator to good use.
The landing zone's clear. What were these, Terran toys you mentioned?
Something called a drink dig. Looks like fun.
You stole those schematics from my files, didn't you?
Information wants to be free. The Cabal have me pinned down.
This Shadow Legion position is heavily fortified. We're blocked as well.
Take out their fuel cells and clear a path to the radial mast.
I'm counting on you, Guardian. I'll need backup with Limbus out of the sight.
We're holding the skies and keeping Callus's reinforcements at bay for now, but it won't hold forever.
Rohan and the Guardian are on the way.
We're running out of time.
Their suppression fields even disable the tanks. Callus was really prepared for us. Not prepared enough. I'm running another scan for strength. Almost there.
Remember, the radial mast must be stopped before it forges a connection with the Veil.
You see the Veil's enclosure.
I'm pinned down here. Can't make it to you. Too many of these damn things.
The Lightbearer and I can handle this. Stay alive, Nimbus.
This way's a dead end.
No path forward. And we'll have to make our own.
If the radial mast links with the Veil, it's all over. You and Rohan are our only hope.
The radial mast! It's activating! I'll buy you some time, Lightbearer.
Be careful, Rohan. Even you can only deter it for so long. There must be a way to destroy it.
Guardian, as long as I can hold the line, the radio mast can't create the link. Find a way to destroy it. Hurry! It's all on us, Guardian! I need your help soon!
The radio mast cannot be destroyed with conventional weapons. But like before, perhaps they didn't account for strands.
Give me some time to expose its weak point. When I give you a signal, use your strand! Now's the time! Lightbearer! Destroy it now!
We can't.
Then I have no choice. Nimbus, see you on the other side.
Rohan! What are you doing?
Rohan.
He chose a Cloud Strider's end. Hey, Guardian. Can you please pick up his core? I'll need it.
Okay, Nimbus.
My witness, there have been complications. Our hold over the Veil has been temporarily loosened.
You fear loss, Emperor. Your fear brings you pain. We know pain. Our purpose is its end. You have no purpose. Because you fear to seek one. That fear is your failure.
My failure? My failure? I have fed this force with vicious subjugation, battered down the gates of our enemies, and seized our glittering prize. Why? Because I wanted it. You hold the universe in your grasp, and all you can think of to do with it is...
Secure the Veil. We will create the link.
Infinite apologies. The Veil is yours. It will be done.
Seeing Nimbus right now reminds me how difficult it was to move on after my losses. My pain was always secondary. I felt that pain deeply when I lost Saint. But I channeled it into bringing him back to me. I couldn't bring Sagira back. But our pain is a reminder. We are still breathing, still fighting.
With Neomuna Civil News, this is Jisoo Colorado reporting. It is with a heavy heart I must report the passing of our senior Cloud Strider, Rohan, who perished while defending our city from Shadow Legion forces. Rohan is succeeded by the protege, Nimbus. The Council has scheduled a vigil soon to pay homage to this great hero. Good night, Neomuna. And good luck.
The Neomuni are a tenacious people. Rohan met his end with honor. He'd be given funeral rites of the highest distinction had he been Cabal. The war is not over. Callus has failed in the eyes of his master. And knowing him, he's about to unleash his barbarity like a cornered war beast.
Thanks for the drive. When we take on this job, get the Augs and everything, the clock starts ticking. 10 years may not seem like a lot, especially to you, but it's well spent. It's worth it. I can't think of a single Strider that went before their expiration date. We've got way bigger problems right now. We need to get Neomuna's defenses working again. I got reports of Shadow Legion attempting to get up close and personal with the VexNet. I have absolutely no idea why, apart from the breathtaking views this time of axial tilt. But we're not waiting around to find out. That sounds like a good plan, right? It's what he would have... No, that doesn't matter. You and I are gonna see this through. Ready when you are.
Guardian, my forces report that Shadow Legion units are shifting their attention to the Cloud Arc.
That's likely why Neomuna's defense systems are reading offline. But I bet those Vex punks are also poking too close to the city's internals.
Let us hope your technology continues to be resilient. This shift likely means Callus is attempting a different approach.
Is that a Taken Blight? The Shadow Legion are forcing Taken into that Vex pod?
The VexNet uses similar gateways as the Cloud Arc, which means they could infiltrate the network and gain access to the Veil.
Taken are relentless, especially under the Witness's control. We need to get in there and stop them. The Vex portal is clear. Let's follow those Taken and remove them from the system.
Hey, Guardian. I'm not sure if this is because of the Taken, but I'm starting to get a lot of weird claims from Cloud Arc citizens. Screams, weird voices, nightmares, you name it. The Cloud Arc is built on the energy field produced by the Veil. It's resilient, but not impenetrable. A backdoor wouldn't be impossible. Hopefully, getting rid of whatever is at the center of this will shake all that weirdness out of the system too. Hopefully.
There's got to be a way to destroy these blights. We can't let more of them form.
Guardian, it looks like you're getting closer to the source of the problem. That track nearby looks like your best bet.
Let's just hope it's stable.
So much pain and fear within the darkness here. It's so satisfying. I will consume it once more.
Did you both hear that? Was that the voice the citizens have been mentioning?
We will need to confront this. But for now, we need to locate the access point and stop any attempts to weaken the Veil.
This is the access point. Let's get rid of that Taken before it opens a path into the Cloud Arc.
And we're back in business. Defenses are back up and Taken are cleared out.
Make your way back to the city, Guardian. We must finish our preparations to ensure Callus's defeat.
This prison in between.
It will shatter. But I need power. I am pain. I am terror. I am Nezarek.
Hey, Guardian! I hope you're feeling a little more confident with Strand. Sure sounds like Osiris is. Earlier I asked him how things were going with the green strings, just to mess with him. But after correcting me, he started explaining more of his theories, in great detail, and a lot of proper nouns got thrown around. So I zoned out for most of it, but he sure sounded excited, and that's what counts. When I tuned back in, he was talking about how you and him still gotta figure out how to actually master Strand. I think Rohan would have agreed, and so do I. Not because he's dead, and I automatically agree with the dead guy, although it's not like he's really in a position to argue, am I right? I, Cloud Strider Dara Danu of Neomuna, genuinely think it's a good idea. Systems are lit, with 80% of defenses now operational. I'm full of fury, she's got an army, and you got magic green strings. Let's crush this Callus guy.
We aren't ready for Callus. We don't even understand this erratic power at a foundational level.
It's time we figure it out. Keitel, we'll need your troops. Nimbus, charge up as many of the remaining turrets as you can, while Osiris helps me to untangle this strand.
When we think about controlling something powerful, it's easy to assume it takes strength. Determination. A force of will. But what I've learned is that we cannot control every facet of nature. Instead of tightening our grip, we must open our palms, accepting the ebb and the flow. Letting go in the face of grief in all its shapes. Through failure, through loss, we can overcome the impossible.
We stand at a precipice, both in our conflict with Callus and in our training with Strand.
But something is still missing.
And we will find it together. Perhaps inspiration will strike where we least expect it. Follow wherever Strand leads you. Let's experiment.
Shadow Legion ahead.
No doubt preparing for a siege. We must take this time to prepare as well. The battle will be ours soon, but now is not the time. We have never struggled harder against a greater evil, and yet we know now what Nimbus taught us. All products of the mind are conjoined in the darkness. Our obstacles and our goals are all contained within. In fact, they are the same. The same as us, the same as our enemies. What if, in trying to master this power, in trying to take control of this conflict. We've been swimming against the river's current.
There, more strand.
Yes, and Vex nearby. A fine time to put our theories into practice. You're not easily fooled by appearances, Guardian. Impressive that you recognize the true goal beneath the noise. Brute force yields little progress, while careful execution paves a path towards a greater power.
Rohan would have said, headlong and empty-handed.
Perhaps our towering friend understood more about this power than even he knew. Think on it. When did you start seeing true success with Strand?
When we helped the Neomuni by rebooting the power station. What did that have to do with Strand?
Our perspective changed, as did our approach to fighting our battles. We took a step back, saw the broader whole, and moved in keeping with it.
So what? We flow with the river by planning better?
By seeing our obstacles as part of the bigger picture, and using the bigger picture to overcome them. Excellent! That was excellent!
We're really onto something here, huh? What changed?
To properly observe phenomena of the light, one needs the right instruments.
And for darkness?
One needs the right perspective. I think we've found it. Seek out more Strand, and see what this new perspective offers.
Even after all that, it seems the Guardian's energy is still stable. Is it possible the perspective shift was all we were missing?
Do not underestimate this moment. This is the product of humbling training, many failures, and your determination. But you've not mastered this power until you can bring these lessons to bear under duress.
I think I know where this is going.
I have a challenge for you. The VexNet contains many pockets used for testing new subroutines. There is one very near you. Perfect to discover what you can really do with this power. This is it, Guardian. Remember,
flow with the river.
Well, what are you waiting for? Good! Good! Embrace where the current takes you.
I bet we could go again. What do you think, Guardian?
I hate to butt in on your enlightenment, but Shadow Legion are on the move.
Another time, then. You've more than proven yourself. Callus has no idea what's in store for him. Guardian, all of our training, all of our losses, it's brought us to this moment. We must stop Callus from reaching the Veil and establishing a link to the Traveler.
Final stand, baby. If I can get this old Ishtar-era orbital beam thing up and running, it might come in handy.
I would suggest exercising an abundance of caution around untested Ishtar technology.
I miss the old go in without a plan and hope for the best, Osiris.
That is a gross mischaracterization.
Today shall be the end of Callus's reign. The Shadow Legion will submit or be crushed beneath my heel.
Kaido's forces are entering Neomuni airspace now. Something's not right, though. They've set up anti-air guns in our city!
Eradicate their weapons. I will not subject any more of my soldiers to such fruitless deaths.
Anti-air guns are neutralized.
My forces are rallying, but it will take some time.
You're almost at the Veil, Guardian. Every moment wasted brings us that much closer to Calamity.
So, this defense relay thing, taking a bit more work than I thought. It hasn't been turned on since the Ishtar days. Hope it still works.
With the Empress's Legion routed, it may be our last line of defense.
Sounds like someone's coming around to the untested Ishtar weapon. She's almost ready. I think I got it. Whoa! Did you see that? Totally blend that.
Keep the turrets under our control. They're vital to our defense. Enemy tanks are headed to your position.
That sounds like a job for untested Ishtar weapon. Paint the targets, Guardian. You tag him, I'll frag him. The defense relay's overheated.
There's no end to them. Osiris, what do we do?
Remember your training. You only have one goal. Keep them from the Veil.
Shadow Legion cowards, this is Empress Kaito, the true sovereign of the Cabal. You've chosen to ally yourself with a gutless traitor worshipping a false god. We are Cabal. We eat the mountains, we drink the seas. If you've any shred of honor left, then at least give us the pleasure of a worthy battle.
There's no end to them.
Guardian! It's our day to die. We shall be immortalized in legend together.
You're doing great, but I've got some bad news. We're out of juice. No more turrets. No more defense relay.
Retreat to higher ground. You need a more defensible position.
This way, Guardian. Safeguard them all together. Alice? What is...
Guardian! Kaido! Are you okay?
The Veil's exposed. Keep them away from it, at all costs. Leave the Emperor to me.
You must reach the Veil before the Shadow Legion. Do whatever you must to prevent the link.
Will Keitel be okay?
I have a feeling she can take care of herself.
Empress Keitel is buying you time to find the Veil before the Shadow Legion. Don't squander this opportunity.
According to Neomuni lore, the Veil is deep beneath the ground. Like, way deep. Whatever you find in there, just keep going downward.
We're keeping an eye on the surface. Keitel's holding off Callus for now, but she's outnumbered.
Osiris, I'm sending you a visual feed. We could use your help navigating this place.
Incredible. Just like the archive on Venus. You should be able to access that Ishtar terminal like any other.
That must be the Veil. It's massive. I feel a little strange. Don't know how to describe it. It almost gives me the same feeling as the Traveler. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Let's press on. For both our sakes, please don't fall. It looks like the Veil goes even deeper. Is this?
Looks like a Cloud Arc prototype. That's... wow. I held them off as long as I could. Callus is coming for you. It's in your hands now, Guardian. Give him the end he deserves. I'm reading major shockwaves in the vault. The Emperor's smashing through that place.
Hurry, Guardian. He'll get there before you.
We've done it. Callus is no more.
You gave him a Cabal's end. I'll believe it when I see it for myself.
Hey, do you guys feel that?
No clue what you're talking about. We're almost at the Veil. Hang tight. No more running away. Rest now. Well, the uglier they are, the harder they fall, right? No? Come on.
We finally found you.
Get your ghost!
What's wrong, Osiris?
Get your ghost out of there!
Finality takes shape.
It's creating the link!
At long last.
Destroy it!
just happened?
We just lost.
Zavala, come in.
The universe makes us all victim and perpetrator. That's infinite cruelty. You, more than any, suffer both fates. Be free.
The Traveler. Gone. Should I feel humbled by this sacrifice? Relieved that it can't grant any more of our enemies the light? Lost? Without a God in whom I can place my trust? But what consumes me in this moment is the human loss. We've watched so many die for this war. And yet, those losses have given us insight and common bonds. We stand alongside more allies than ever before. Humans, Awoken, Elixni, even the Cabal. When I came to the last city, I looked up to the heavens for the hope the Traveler gave us.
Guardian, the Traveler is gone. But we're still here. It may seem small, but it's no less important under the circumstances. Despite your triumphs against the former Emperor, the Witness has transformed the Traveler, and gone somewhere we cannot follow. Losses are no stranger to any of us, and I have long since known that the world does not obey laws of poetic justice. Much as we might hope otherwise. It would be easy to look at the sky and falter. We cannot. We must take the time we have and make these losses mean something. Neptune is the best and only direction we have. Work with the Cloud Striders. Learn what you can about the Veil. A step at a time, an inch at a time. We keep going. With or without the Traveler.
It doesn't make sense. How are we still alive? Was the Witness only interested in the Veil? It appears to have created a link using ghosts and the Veil. The convergence of primordial light and darkness to open a portal. But to where? We should focus our efforts on the Veil and the trail the Witness might have left behind. If you need a moment, take it. But bear in mind, one loss does not equate to defeat. Keep fighting.
I wanted to thank you for bringing an end to what was once my father.
I wish we had a moment of respite to celebrate our victory. Greater strife lies ahead. I will prepare the Cabal for the Witness's machinations, and when it reveals itself, I will once more be standing by your side on the battlefield.
Callus is gone, and the Veil is safe for now. I don't really know what victory looks like going forward, but I'm not gonna take this win from us. From Neomuna. It's weird not being the rookie anymore. I'm just Cloudstrider Nimbus. Feels wrong. Like I jumped out a window without my board. There was confidence in knowing the buck stopped with someone else. For Rohan, when I met him at least, it seemed like he just took everything in stride. It was easy for him. I guess I'll get there someday. We're having Rohan's induction into the Hall of Heroes in a bit. Will you join us? It'll be great. Quinn will say something stuffy, there'll be lots of cheering. Maybe a whistle if you want to get spicy. But I think he'd be honored if you were there.
Intolerable.
What draws the Empress's ire now?
The soldiers Callus sends. While some of these may be the mindless clones you saw on the Leviathan, many more are deserters and traitors. Those who have forgotten what it means to be Cabal.
That still troubles you? This is not a new state of affairs.
No, but it is more than that. It is the further division of a people. It is destruction from within, by our own hands. Once I was hungry for the glory of battle. Even now I have never turned away from a necessary fight. But I see only foolishness here.
The time when this fight could have been avoided is long past.
I know. This is not reluctance. Only regret.
This is Jisoo Calorando coming to you once again with a special guest as part of our continuing war coverage, the Cabal Empress Kaido. Your Majesty, thank you for joining us today.
We thank you, Mr. Calorando.
Most of our listeners know little of your people's history beyond your colonization efforts on Mars and the recent Red War with Earth. Tell me, what is your goal here in the Sol system?
We came to your system as conquerors, Mr. Calorando. While that was not under my rule, it is a banner I would have gladly waved.
And yet you extended the offer of a truce with Earth.
The Cabal say there is no road through war. Your direction must change with circumstance.
Ah, you're referring to the recent destruction of your homeworld.
Torabottle was consumed by the Hive and the Witness. And so now my people fight for survival in addition to glory.
My sympathies. All of Neomuna knows what it is to lose a homeworld.
I do not place much value in your sympathies, Mr. Calorando. They were of little value to Earth.
With Neomuna Civil News, this is Jisoo Calorando coming to you today with Cloudstrider Nimbus for updates on the recent conflict. Nimbus, thank you for joining us in light of the heavy burden that has recently fallen on your shoulders.
I mean, whole city's hurting right now, Jisoo. Rohan was my hero, same as everyone else. But the best thing we can all do is make sure his sacrifice means something. Keep this city safe.
And what of the Guardians? Have they helped maintain our peace and safety, or are they adding new complications?
We all knew the return of the Pyramid Fleet was going to be complicated, and I'm glad we've had the Guardians here every step of the way. If there's one thing Rohan taught me, it's that no one survives alone. We need each other.
Impassioned words from one of our city's great champions. Let us hope time proves them wise as well. This is Jisoo Calorando, signing off.
Today, we honor relentless Rohan, his service, his sacrifice. More than a protector of Neomuna, he was a true Cloudstrider. He cut his years short so that the whole of humanity may thrive far into the future.
Today we suffer, so tomorrow can live on.